And this morning on Today's Fitness, Power Pilates. Keeping in shape this season can be as easy as a trip to the beach with some pails, some shovels, some water bottles, a cooler, and sand in your potato salad. You can take the classic straight Pilates exercises straight from your gym right to the beach. Joining us is Susan Moran-Perrick, and she's the co-owner of Power Pilates. Susan, good to meet you.
Welcome.
Now, so what is the basic premise behind Pilates?
Well, Pilates is about core strengthening, but beach Pilates, we call it Pilates for every day.
Right.
So utilize your environment.
So you're doing exercise. Is there an aerobic portion to
There can be an aerobic portion. Today we're going to show some work with the buckets and some water bottles,
right,
and the cooler to finish.
Now, how long is a basic Pilates routine?
Anywhere
generally?
from 10 minutes up to an hour.
Okay.
Today we'll do a couple of minutes.
A couple of minutes. Okay,
Absolutely.
now we're going to get started with something called
the 100.
The 100. Why is it called the 100?
We do 100. We do
there
10
you go.
sets of 10, and
10
we
of 10.
vigorously pump our arms with water bottles.
So you're using what? Filled water bottles?
To create some resistance.
So we're not talking about a lot of weight.
No, a little bit of resistance. Moving on to California rowing to work our obliques. So we'll twist to one side, twist towards your right side, ladies, and you see you work into the obliques. The bottles create a little resistance. The abs have to work harder.
Right.
Now we'll come up to standing, and we'll show some work with the buckets. So come on up to standing, ladies. Grab your sand-filled water
Which is weird,
buckets.
because especially if you've got kids, you're going to go to the beach with buckets.
And you don't have to take anything extra.
Uh-huh.
So we'll start up and we'll lunge to work the target areas for the bikini, the butt, the legs, the hips, the inner and outer. Good, and we'll change sides. The sand in the buckets make the abdominals work a lot harder, and you also shape and tone your arms.
Now, as you go along throughout the summer, would you add more sand?
Absolutely.
To the pail?
We have a repertoire up to an hour of this whole workout that you can utilize.
And what's the advantage to being on the beach? Is it like being outside?
You know, you work out all the time. You go to the beach on vacation, you don't work out, so it's fun. It's easy. You have your buckets, you have your sand, but it's a really hard workout because of the resistance that it provides.
Now, my wife does Pilates. Is this something, since you go to the beach with your kids anyway, could you have your kids doing this too?
Absolutely. Don't put as much sand in the bucket. Let them lift the buckets, feel like they're working out with you. It's a family event.
And could you put water in the bucket
Absolutely,
too?
And you can put sand in your water bottles
You could, well, the sand in the water bottle might be a little trouble then. Take a swig and...
And if you notice, she's working her arms here as well as her abdominals.
Now, what exercise? What is
These
this?
are just simple bicep curls.
Okay.
And now she's going to work her shoulders, which is a nice muscle to have for the summer in the bikini.
Sure, that
shapes
makes-
the arm.
yeah.
But she's also always working her abdominals.
Do you mind her touching you like that? Okay, I just was wondering. Okay, now you got knee stretches and running.
So Carrie will show the knee stretches and running. This is nice in the sand. It's a push-up position, so you utilize the upper body as well, and you vigorously move. This becomes more cardio.
Wow. Okay.
And you have to stay real low into the sand. And you get upper body.
I'm curious about the cool down with the cooler.
Absolutely. So ladies, let's cool down with the cooler, working some tricep dips. Again, you don't want to work the upper body as well as your abdominals. So come on to the cooler. You could all share a cooler.
Wow.
And walk your feet out and lower yourself down and press up using your arms, but also use your abdominals. Now Carrie will take one leg up and do a one-legged, so she works her bottom and her hamstrings a little more. So you get a nice shape in that beautiful bikini.
That's right. And if you don't care about the shape, you just go in with a couple of Budweisers in there and knock them back.
And then we finish with a nice stretch to stretch out the legs, because you do a lot of work in the sand, the legs get a little tight, you want to stretch out to finish, i.e. let's cool down on our cooler.
All right. Well, that's great.
You on the beach here. Right.
Don't ever sneak up on me on the beach. I was wondering where you were. Well,
Tomorrow on Today, Matt's exclusive interview with Britney Spears. Susan, ladies, thank you.
you.
Have a great day, everyone. See you tomorrow.